Hello and welcome back to the Four Estates YouTube channel. I hope everyone is safe and well. This is the first of our drum tutorial videos. In this video I hope to cover two steps. The first step is going to be a fairly simple exercise within a standard drum beat that we've all learnt during our time at Palace Fields, and the second step is going to be something a little bit more complicated and tricky. So let's start with the first step. So I'm going to play what's known as a 4/4 beat. You'll recognise the beat or a backbeat, and I'm going to introduce a single-handed roll within that beat. And then I'm going to introduce a two-handed roll, one after the other. And this is called linear drumming because we only hit one, or linear drum roll because we only hit one drum at a time. So, without further ado, I shall demonstrate what I mean. There we go. Okay, so that's what the exercise is going to be. So we started with a simple backbeat which had one bass drum in between snare, and we're playing a standard pattern on the hi-hat, fairly moderate tempo. Remember to keep that nice and easy. The tempo, not too fast. And then with our right hands, we're going around the kit and we're hitting tom 1, tom 2, tom 3. So that's how I'm going to refer to the toms now. Tom 1 being nearest the snare drum, tom 2, and then tom 3. And they progressively get lower in pitch as they are representing bigger drums, so that's why the pitch gets lower. So that was the first step, and that was the first roll rather, and that was then separated by 2 repetitions of the drum beat and then the double-handed roll. Now remember, you've got to do the drum rolls have got to be at the same tempo as the drum beat. Yep. So they should finish and start in time, or start and finish in time with the drum beat you were playing, just to be at the same tempo as the drum beat you're playing. Okay. Now remember, before we start playing the drums, we've got to get our drum grip or stick grip right. So we've got to hold the drumsticks right. So I'll demonstrate around the camera. So remember, this is called the matched grip. So we want our thumbs down the back of the drumsticks. Get that nice grip going there with your forefinger up round. Remember, those are nice and loose over the stick, the remainder of your fingers. And we want a little bit of stick coming out the bottom of our hands there. Yeah. Okay, so that's step 1. So I want you to practice that a couple of times at least, and then we'll move on to step 2. Okay, so I hope we've all had a few practices there of the exercise in step 1. Remember, we need you to comment below the video if you have anything you'd like to suggest or say, any issues you might have, whether it's too hard, or you need me to break stuff down into simpler, more manageable chunks, you need to let me know in the comment section. Or if you're just enjoying it and it's great, let me know. It's fine. So, okay, step 2. Now, this is going to be a bit more of a tricky exercise that's going to involve the hi-hat pedal and a varying pattern on the snare drum. So I will demonstrate it for you and then try to break it down into its component parts, if that makes sense. Break it down into chunks so we can try and put those chunks together and make one whole. So let's see how we get on with that then. So I'll demonstrate it for you now. Okay, so that was the exercise there for step 2. So what were we doing there? So it was the same bass drum pattern as in step 1. So just just one beat to start the bar and one bass drum in between snares. It's the same hi-hat pattern. Let me put the pedal on. It's roughly the same tempo as in the first exercise. So what we're starting with is a 2-stroke roll on the snare drum. Now, it's practice. It's kind of generally what happens when you do a drum roll, as in the step 1 exercise is if you're right-handed, which I think most of us are, and in this group, you'd start the drum roll with your right hand, followed by your left. So you kind of always in your lead with your right hand. Now on this pattern here, what I've just demonstrated, because we are using the hi-hat as part of the pattern, we start the drum roll with our left hand, so our right hand is kind of free then to get onto the hi-hat, as it were. So we are going. So slow down. It's yeah. So I had my foot off the hi-hat pedal there. So otherwise it would be yeah. So starting with the left hand. So it's 1, 2 in quick succession. Left, right. And then we're hitting the hi-hat, bringing the right stick onto the hi-hat, lift our foot off the hi-hat pedal, rest our stick on the hi-hat once we've hit it, then close the pedal. Yeah, so then once you've hit the hi-hat pad with your right hand, bring down your left foot to close the pedal. Do you get that sound? So that's the start. The very start of the pattern. And then after that, after we brought the hi-hat down, we're bringing the bass drum down at the same time as we're bringing down our left foot on the hi-hat pedal. Yep, so that's the start, and then we're straight into a drum beat. Yeah, so the first part of that drum beat, we're hitting the snare drum once. And twice. Yes, we're doing two beats with the hi-hat on the snare drum. Yep, so from the start, 1, 2, Okay, so it's a left, right quickly in quick succession on the snare drum, onto the hi-hat with your right hand, leave the stick on the hi-hat, bring down the pedal on the hi-hat, bring down the hi-hat pedal with your left foot, and whilst at the same time you're bringing your left foot down on the hi-hat pedal, you want to bring your right foot down on the bass drum. Yeah, if you get that's the trickiest part, if you get that, the rest of it should be more straightforward. Okay, so let me know how you get on with that. Comment below if you need me to go through that in more detail, or make it or do something a bit easier or less complicated. Let me know, but I think that's a very good exercise to get you using the hi-hat pedal in coordination with the drum, the bass drum pedal, and also just to kind of get your mind having to concentrate on the pattern, the varying pattern on the snare as well. So there's a few things to keep you occupied there. Now remember to keep the tempo nice and even and not too fast. And that's it for this first video. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.